Welcome back to another tier making video. We're back in the Doctor Who spirit. We're both doing the marathons, and today we have another tier ranking video.
Yes, today we're going to be ranking of the tier list variety. All the Doctors' different costumes for each Doctor of the Doctor-y Doctors. Isn't that right, Jim?
I don't know.
I think that was a good intro.
Yeah, so let's crack on. Here we have the rankings. At the very bottom, the worst of the worst.
Jim, is thingy recording?
Hold on, lad. Thank you. Every time. So, we'll go again. Here we go. At the very bottom. Ow!
Yeah, the sorry, I forgot. Yeah, the categories. The very bottom, the worst of the worst. Ow!
Then...
Then we have the middle ground. Then, ooh, absolute god tier. Ah, that's nice.
that's nice. I don't know even why I came up with like these ranks. They're so stupid, but we decided to keep them.
We had a spell where we thought we can't think of anything, but we don't want to stick with A, B, C, D.
Yeah, we don't like that, but
because it
just...
seems boring.
Are you looking forward to this, Aaron?
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm more excited for this than I was for the TARDIS video. So let's go.
Right, you know what door is.
Yeah. Number 1.
The first Doctor costume.
I know it's basic. It is basic. Very basic Victorian era look. Posh old man Victorian look. But I love it.
Pretty
mate.
standard.
It's pretty standard. But I love it. I love it down to the, I don't even know if you call it a bow tie, but you know the thing that he wears around his neck, you know, the waistcoat. His monocle really makes
Monocle.
it. Although he doesn't actually use his monocle.
He had a pipe in his pocket.
He had a pipe
for one episode.
for one episode, and then they thought we can't be promoting that.
No,
Stop
like,
it.
No more of that.
The monocle is a big part of it in a lot of promotional material, but you'd be surprised at how little he actually uses the monocle. And his trousers. I love his checkered pattern trousers.
Yeah.
His cane. Do you know what as well? As part of the first Doctor, his hair. His hair is probably the most distinctive out of all the Doctors when it comes to a costume. I know the hair probably shouldn't contribute to a costume look.
I know, because the costume is the clothing, where that's the actor, so...
But his hair, the distinctive very slick back white
It
hair,
goes well, and his pose and everything, you know, he's like...
He carries it well, doesn't he?
It's very good, but I don't think it's a big standout costume compared to all these other outfits.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I do love the first Doctor's costume, but
it's a bit basic, but I do like it. I do like it.
I think it did set the standard.
I like it, but I wouldn't rank it that high though.
No, yeah, it's not the first thing that comes to my mind when I think Doctor costume. The first Doctor costume never comes to mind, but I do really like it. It's very basic
Black
Victorian.
jacket. I do love the cream vest.
Yeah,
that I really love that part of the costume. Where would you put this then, Aaron?
I put it in. I think I'd put it in. I don't know. When I read, I think more of a.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a.
Well, you got to think that's a B tier.
Yeah, that's like.
Well, no,
that's like
C. Sorry, it's C
that's
tier.
like C tier. Sorry, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah. C is not necessarily bad.
It's like it's like
C. It's a pass.
Yeah. So yeah, I do really like it, but like you say, when you think of a Doctor costume, the first Doctor is never usually one that first comes to mind for me anyway.
Yeah.
As much as I do like it.
Yeah. So, going from William Hartnell to Patrick Troughton now. The changes here is obviously the bow tie.
The bow tie.
He's lost the vest.
The lack of a waistcoat, yeah.
And that's about it.
I know his coat's the same colour, but I think the coat is different. It's very, very baggy. Everything's way too big for him. Which is a part of it. It's a part of his character. It's why people refer to him as the cosmic hobo.
Yeah, I'm sure the lapels is slightly smaller. Like, it's just like they're quite high as well. But not that's like a big difference. I mean, it's still like, to me, the way I say it's just a black jacket, to be honest. You know.
Thing is,
easy to cosplay.
I like it when a Doctor's costume is drastically different to the previous's. And when you look at the first and second Doctor's costumes, at first glance, they're not necessarily that different. When you look at it more closely, you think, oh yeah, he's got like a normal bow tie, a blue shirt, he's got suspenders on. But it's like he's still got the long black coat.
Yeah, and also his like the collars on his shirt, huge, man. Huge, and they're pulled out.
Harry Hill collars going on, like. But I do really like it. Again, the trousers are very synonymous, the checkered trousers.
Yes, the checkered trousers, very, very baggy. Simple black smart shoes. The Cosmic Herbo in space, they roughed him up a little bit, drastically different from William Hartnell. I just like it just as much as you said.
I do. I like it just as much. It's like it's not like one of the first ones that come to my mind when I think of a Doctor costume. And also, he has his big abominable snowman variant.
I love the abominable snowman variant.
I do like it, but it's not like a game changer for me. I don't miss it when it's gone.
I just think it's iconic, you know. It's just iconic. It's a big standout outfit, and it just wear it in a few stories and on a few adventures. But yeah, when I think Second Doctor, I just think black jacket, blue shirt, bow tie, checkered trousers.
I think this was a very good foundation for the 11th Doctor's costume, which I think is like takes the Second Doctor's costume but makes it better. It's the goat. It's the man himself. It's the third Doctor.
Do you know what I think to this? You know what I think to this? I can't breathe anymore.
That's nice. Right, not only is the third Doctor one of my favourite Doctors, right? His costume is just... I don't even know, man.
It's just so eccentric, man. It's so eccentric.
It's incredible.
It's incredibly like superhero-like, and it goes so with the third Doctor's personality.
When he has the cape, and
the cape,
and just the velvet, the I don't even know what you call it, the frothy shirt, frock shirts, the sleeves.
Yeah, it comes out like there. It's on the chest, and he kept the bow tie. I mean, there's a few variants of this. I think for me,
the third Doctor has. Maybe some of the most variants of any Doctor, maybe.
I'd say that probably his green velvet outfit is probably the most iconic.
There's his green one, there's this one, with the black one with the red lining.
Yeah, cape. I'd say that's either my favourite or the one that you liked.
My favourite one is the one from the Green Death.
Yeah, so it's like it's the black with the red in it, and it goes well with the blue shirt.
But he only wears it the once. I also really like the Planet of the Daleks variant with the red velvet and the purple for his shirt. Love that.
He only wears them different jackets, man, but it goes so well. Nice suit jackets.
I don't know what it is. It's just the way it's so suave. It's so like
swaggering along.
It's just he's the man. Like he carries himself so brilliantly, and the costume just accentuates the third Doctor's personality.
It just goes so well with it.
I just love everything about it. It's incredible. It's one of my favourites.
It's basically like just. It's Bond-esque, that's what it is. It's Bond-esque.
Yeah, he dresses fancier than James Bond does, I think. Doctor number 3. I think James Bond, as suave as James Bond is, he wishes he was as cool as Doctor number 3.
My God, I mean, rightfully placed in the right category, I think.
I don't
top
think
notch.
It's Pertwee. I don't think you could not put any other Doctor in that costume and they would not look as cool as Pertwee does.
No, I don't think they could pull it off.
They could not pull it off.
No.
So, yeah.
Shout out to Bessie. So now, we have the fourth Doctor.
Arguably the most iconic of the Doctor's costumes.
Arguably.
Probably is, actually.
Yeah. Did we cave in there?
Yeah. The scarf, man. The scarf.
It's the accidental scarf that was knitted too long. Yeah. To say it was an accident, it was a big payoff.
I mean, I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say... that's going in.
That's nice. That's nice.
But with some exceptions, because he has many, many variants. But with some exceptions, because when it comes to his variants, which he has a lot of, not a big fan of some of them.
Variants, there's so many. There's so many. But yeah, the Prime 3, you got the red jacket.
You got the one in this picture here, which is like from the Pyramids of Mars.
And you got like
he's got like a grey coat.
Then you got his in his last series you got that maroon coloured one.
Bloody red.
Yeah, it's like
not a big fan of that one.
Yeah.
And that's the first time you get the introduction of the question marks on the clothing because he had it on the collars.
Never been too keen on the question marks. Also, the scarf was changed. I'm not too keen on that one, but
yeah, I'm not keen. But his main ones that you see.
It's only for one series though, isn't it? So
what the red one? It's only in his last season.
Exactly,
so
it's only for one.
But for me, my favourite variation of the fourth Doctor's costume, which I just can't chef's kiss, is the one in the picture here.
Yeah.
It's like a reddish velvet sort of thing, And I think that's what he wears in Pyramids of Mars.
He's got the baggy trousers. He's got like
Yeah,
that.
he got this. Whatever this, I don't know what you call that necktie thing.
Just like a red necktie. He's got
his
a
waistcoat.
Yeah,
and,
a checkered waistcoat.
The
hat as well.
They are like so iconic and just so incredible, and obviously the scarf. I mean, it's a basic bitch thing to say if you're a Doctor Who fan, but yeah, the scarf. The scarf is what makes the Fourth Doctor's costume so iconic. That's what makes his silhouette.
And the hat.
And the hat. And the curly hair. But it's just the scarf. It's just...
See, when you think classic Doctor Who, the costume that you automatically think of for most people is Tom Baker.
Tom Baker's costume, yeah.
And that's why it rightfully sits in, that's nice.
I can't say anything that nobody else has already said.
Exactly. But we have the Cricket Man next.
Cricket Man!
And
Cricket Man!
Shit!
I'm surprised we agreed on this.
For a long time, I thought this costume was just mediocre, but
I love it, me.
Okay, right. So the silver stick, obviously, that's become iconic in like Power of the Doctor. That was
on the
with
Sacha Dhawan's master.
Sacha Dhawan.
Yeah. When he wears the amalgamation of all the Doctors.
Yeah. On my last Classic Who marathon, I was just like, it's all right, but in recent years, it's grown on me. And if I was to do a cosplay out of all the Doctors, this is the cosplay that I've been looking online to buy, actually. Because usually I dress up as Matt Smith, or I'll dress up as Peter Capaldi. But yeah, if I was to do like another cosplay, I'd definitely go for the Fifth Doctor's costume.
What I like a lot about the Fifth Doctor's costume is that it's consistent, for the most part. I like it when costumes don't have too many variations. Because if I like a costume, and there's too much of a deviation from a... We'll get to it, especially when we get to 12. I don't know. I love the cream aesthetic. I just love the cream aesthetic. Yeah. I think it suits his Doctor very well.
The cream.
Because you
goes well with the red.
It suits
the striped trousers.
It suits his Doctor very well because he is quite... This I don't mean this in a bad way whatsoever, but he is quite a vanilla Doctor.
He's like more human than you get to
he's more human.
Then you get to David Tennant, which becomes like the most human out of them all, but that's kind of like inspired a little bit from the Fifth Doctor.
When it comes to Classic Who, and even most other Doctors after him, he's a very vanilla Doctor, and I mean that in the best way.
He's a Doctor that goes, oh no. Quite a lot.
And his costume reflects that very well. I love the cream look, the stick of celery. It's dumb. Before Fifth Doctor, before JNT took over, it was just like, let's just put the Doctor in an outfit, and they just happened to be iconic outfits that suited his personality. At this point, John Nathan Turner was like, we've got to make this a distinctive costume. It's got to be distinct and whatever.
And I think he's done a very good job.
And the whole cricket thing, the cricket jumper and everything, I love the coat. The hat, which he doesn't actually wear as much as you might think, because he wears it in a lot of promotional images.
I think he's an underrated Doctor for
sure.
He's
very underrated.
In my Classic Who marathon I'm doing currently, the era which I'm looking forward to most is the Fifth Doctor's.
Drum roll, please. I'd put this in. Ooh.
Yeah, man. What an ill-fitting costume.
I know this costume gets flack. People hate it because it's just way over the top, messy, ugly, just patches of shit all over the shop. But that's why I love it. I don't know, man. It's gimmicky. It's very like, yeah, this is clearly a costume. But it's iconic in a way. I think it's just iconic. I love the amalgamation of colours. I don't know, man. I love it. I love the Sixth Doctor's costume.
I wouldn't give it B tier. I'd give it C. A lot of people do hate it. I like it, but I don't think it's like, oh, it's amazing. If it was his blue one, then I'd put his blue or like black edits that you see online, like from Big Finish. That would go into
this. This might sound strange, but the fact that it's ugly is why I love it.
The worst part on this costume is like the green chains around his vest. That, oh my god.
What about his little cat badge? His little cat
I like his little cat badge. Okay. Well, before we move on, I would like to say in the two Doctors without the coat, and he has a little change in his costume.
He's just in the waistcoat for the most part.
Yeah, that's probably my favourite. Or like I said earlier, this outfit but in blue, where it's just not a complete mixed match of different colours.
I don't know. I don't like it when the Doctor doesn't have a coat on.
Well, get out my house then. Right, so
7E.
Sylvester McCoy.
Silly.
They got this like costume in white or brown, and obviously white's.
I mean, the only difference is the coat, really.
Yeah, it's the coat, but like in terms of like how the Doctor is portrayed, with the white coat, he's very goofy and very outgoing.
Yeah, no, and the brown is very.
Brown is just like so serious.
Now
I'm gonna fuck
he's
you up.
really manipulating everybody.
I'm gonna screw you up.
I-
I will put people's lives in danger to get what I wanted to defeat you.
I would personally put it in. It's nothing too like out there.
There's
but
a
it's
lot of
also-
question marks. The question marks has gone overboard here.
I do not dislike the question marks. I don't. But I'm very glad that they haven't carried the question mark thing over into New Who.
Yeah, it's so on the nose at this point.
I like the question. Well, I mean, I'm not huge on them, but I like them in Classic Who. But I hope to God they never put a question mark variant of a costume on a New Who Doctor ever.
Out of the cream and brown, then which one do you prefer? Because I prefer the brown one. You see him more in like promotional material with his white one, I think.
Yeah,
his
well,
cream, but I do prefer.
He
his
only
brown.
wears the brown one in one season, and that's the season 26.
So-
I think I prefer the cream one personally.
Okay. Well, you
I
see-
like the brown
you
one.
see-
But if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the brown one.
When I think Seventh Doctor, I do think of the darker side
Yeah.
of that character of that incarnation.
Yeah.
So when I think Sylvester McCoy, I do see him as the current image on
Yeah.
the screen with the brown coat. Obviously, you got the question mark umbrella there. That just goes well. He got a little cliffhanger. It's just dangling. That's just
That he went
stupid.
Over for no reason whatsoever. My favourite part of his costume is probably his umbrella, which is very gimmicky, I know.
It's a prop, innit?
But it's a prop. It's not really part of the costume. And obviously I do like the question mark jumper. As unsubtle as it is, I do like the question mark jumper. That's probably the most iconic part of his costume is the jumper. It's what Sacha Dhawan's master wears when he does the whole amalgamation of all the Doctor's costume in Power of the Doctor. He gets, for 7, he wears the question mark jumper, doesn't he? I do like it. I like his little scarf that he wears as well. But it's not like overly... It's not like... I'm not like, way! I'm just like, yeah, it's a good costume. So then we come on to numero 8.
Ocho Doctor Magana, the 8th Doctor.
The man himself.
This costume has class. We've
It
gone back
does.
to the Victorian aesthetic, and it's very in line with William Hartnell's costume.
It is.
and I love it.
But better, I'd say. And the green velvet
It
coat.
looks black, but
It's like green velvet.
it's green
very
velvet,
dark
but it
green
does
velvet.
look black, and it's got the watch. He's got like the neck piece. Absolutely fantastic. Now, Paul McGann did put a post online where he's wearing like a blue coat. Not too keen on that one.
A blue coat?
Yeah, because it's like his big finish
I
outfit.
mean the leather coat.
No, there's a separate one.
A blue one.
This is it. Do you remember seeing that? There's like even toys of it.
Yeah, it's like a leather. It's a leather. I didn't even realise it was blue.
That's like his big finish costume.
Yeah, it's blue. It's leather, isn't it? Right,
Yeah.
okay, sorry. Yeah.
So his blue leather big finish costume. Not too keen on
Not
it.
too keen on that.
But he's now the
Now the Doctor variant.
Thank you for taking the words out of my mouth.
Sorry.
The Night of the Doctor variant. Love that.
I do
Love
it.
that. I don't know what you call it, like the boot thing.
He tucks his trousers into.
Yeah, because it's like the transitional period from from the Time War into John Hurt's outfit,
Yeah.
and I love that.
Because
I love that.
From Doctor Who the movie.
It's very rough.
From the Doctor Who the movie, he's got the buttons up. He's all very suave, sophisticated. He's like, yeah, I'm the Victorian man, the
Yeah.
Victorian romantic man. I'm all about the business. And then in Night of the Doctor, something is just as subtle as he's got like the top buttons undone.
Yeah,
And the neck piece
It's
is-
still got the neck piece.
The
and
neck
that's
piece,
just,
but it's very loose.
yeah, it's loose. It's
very
got
loose.
the jacket on.
And that just
That's
shows
roughed
like the
up.
Time War has roughed him up a bit. Something as subtle as that.
To
I don't know.
to say that the Doctor doesn't really have the 8th Doctor doesn't really have much of a character arc. He's just been in the movie. Then we've got now the Doctor. Yes, he's done some big finish, but
Yeah.
we don't really know.
We don't really listen to
We
Big Finish.
we're not going to dive into that because we're uneducated on that.
I've never listened to Big
But
Finish.
in terms of just on screen, I love how we've gone from very whimsical Doctor, eccentric costume to a very roughed up Doctor. Even like the haircut. I mean, I know that's a
Even
wig
down to
in
the
the
haircut,
movie.
that was a wig, yeah. But like, he still keeps the same costume, but it's just like a more rugged version of it because it just shows how the Time War has like roughed him up. I do prefer the movie variant, but I do love the Night of the Doctor version.
I prefer the Night of the Doctor
Yeah,
variant.
yeah.
But
Do
when
you
but when I do think Eighth Doctor, I do think that costume.
You know what I prefer? I prefer the hair of the Night of the Doctor.
Mm.
I prefer him with the shorter hair, but the actual costume itself, I prefer because it's just clean. It's clean cut, just like very suave, very neat. We haven't even put it in a category yet.
Where would you put it?
Where would I put it? I think I would put it in.
It's nearly. Ooh.
It's nearly ooh, but it's not. Again, it's not like a costume that I immediately think of when I think of a Doctor costume. And also,
I just like how it's gone back to basics. And
it's quite basic and it's quite a safe costume. I think if you were to ask a Doctor Who fan to make a Doctor Who fan film, and you can play your own Doctor and make your own Doctor costume, a lot of fans would immediately make something like the Eighth Doctor, I think.
I did.
Yeah.
Without even thinking about without even.
Do you know what I mean?
Realising that I've done it.
But like as well, I know we've already talked about the Seventh Doctor, but I remember the Seventh Doctor had a very different costume in the movie for his brief appearance.
Yeah, that's right.
Didn't like that variant, to be honest. So I just thought I'd put that opinion out there.
Put it on the chopping block.
Yeah,
Put it on the chopping block.
Out of all of the ones in the category, the Eighth Doctor's is probably my favourite.
More than Colin Baker.
More than Collins. I love Collins.
Because I've been staring at. I have been staring at the Sixth Doctor costume. And I'm thinking maybe it should be an Who. Actually, I don't know because it's what you said though, innit? Because it's so vastly different, and that's what makes it unique. It may not be a good looking costume, but, it's got the unique factor.
Okay, well if we move 6 to Who, then I'd have to put 8 in Who because I love 6 and I want to put him in Who, but I do prefer 8 to 6. So
do you think there's going to be a tier change? I don't think we've ever done this before.
An impromptu new tier, ladies and gentlemen. An impromptu new tier. A first for this channel. I think. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh! So we go. Oh. That's how we know. Now we move on to Wara Docker. I'm not too fussed about this costume, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say besides it's a perfect blend of the eighth
and the ninth Doctor.
Yeah, but that's already been said to death.
That's literally
that's literally been said to death, and that is the point of this costume.
That is literally all it is.
You've got bits of clothing from the eighth, and you've got the classic like leather jacket that the ninth Doctor goes on to kind of wears, but he throws away like the tight one. He puts on like a fresh, black leather one.
It's just like the ninth Doctor's leather jacket, kind of.
It's got a strap on though.
Not lapel, the bandolier, is it?
Yeah, it's got the bandolier.
Like bandolier. It's not a bad costume by any stretch, but I think because it's the War Doctor, I don't really think about it that much. Again, because the War Doctor's a very strange one. Because I do like the War Doctor, and he's a very, very. And John Hurt's performance was amazing. But again, and he's very good, but he's at the bottom of my Doctor ranking.
I just stick it in.
Yeah.
Because that is literally how I feel about it.
Same.
I'm not too sure.
It doesn't. The costume doesn't make me feel anything. It doesn't make. I don't have much to say about it. Yeah.
I just think. Yeah, it's all right. That's it. It's all right. I don't no problem with it. It's a nice transitional outfit. And that's all I have to say, really. Yeah, that's about it.
I mean, it's got the whole war-torn thing to it, which suits him because it's the War Doctor. But
Now we have the ninth.
The ninth Doctor.
The ninth Doctor from the North.
I struggle here because I adore.
There's nothing to it. Oh!
No. The pain.
No,
that'll be blasphemous.
I don't know. It's either got to go. I think because
really, that's quite low. I would put it in.
It's iconic because of how simple it is, but at the same time, there's just not much to this costume.
The V-neck.
Anyone can cosplay.
The V-neck, lad. The V-neck.
Oh wow, a V-neck.
Think of the V-neck.
Oh wow, a V-neck. I'd stick it in.
Oh, I'd at least put it in more. The new tier.
More. Great delivery there of the new tier. More. Brilliant.
I don't know, man. Like as basic as it is just like.
It's so iconic at the same time.
And it's so again, it suits the Ninth Doctor to a T. You can't imagine the Ninth Doctor going all fancy schmancy with neckties or lapels or fancy coats. He doesn't mess about. He's like, I don't have time to just carefully, meticulously pick out this button shirt, this tie, bow tie, whatever the fuck.
He's just straight to the point. He's straight to the point.
And it's just
it
works
so well.
It's just so basic, and that's what makes it so good. Is it's so basic, and it's just usually I'm not a fan of basic looks on a Doctor, as we'll get to when we get to 12. But with 9, it's just. Even though it's so basic, if you see a silhouette of the Ninth Doctor, you know it's the Ninth Doctor.
Is it the is it the shape?
It's
of his
probably the head and the jacket.
Something to do with the jacket.
It's always the jacket for me.
Well, I think it's fair to put it in the new category, I suppose. Where would you put David Tennant's costume?
Oh, bad nut.
Yeah, I mean, what has it been said about this costume? I mean, man still fits in it.
The 10th Doctor is my favourite Doctor personally, and his costume is just... it was the first Doctor I cosplayed as properly. I love everything about this costume, down to the pinstripe suit, down to the Converse, down to the ties, even the button shirts he wears, the different colours he wears, the trench coat, obviously, the hair, spiky do, just everything. And the blue variant too, fuck me, the blue variant is sexy as fuck. The glasses, the 3D glasses that he wears in Doomsday, just everything. It's slick, it fits him perfectly. It's just, when he runs down a corridor with a trench coat, the flailing of the wind, everything about this costume just screams. It's one of the costumes I think of when I think Doctor Who. It's just, yeah, I adore it. Sorry, Jim, you take it away, Ernie.
Right, my opinion is it.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing else to say.
There you have it. Okay, here's a question. Do you prefer the brown pinstripes version or the blue version?
The brown one.
Brown one.
I mean, I like him with his trench coat on.
I do prefer it with the trench coat.
I do prefer
but without the trench coat, it is good.
It's on the level of, with John Pertwee, I would say. If I was to pick out of like Tom Baker here and Tennant's costume, just reigns supreme.
For me personally, it does. But also, I could see why people.
Out of the third Doctor's costume and the 10th Doctor's costume, I like them both equally. It's so hard to decide.
If I had to pick, I would pick 10, but that's just because
favoritism.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But also, he's more consistent than 3. 3 had more variants, and 10 had his variants too.
I like variants. I like the fact we've got
I like variants, but it depends.
Variants is good.
I like variants, but it depends.
Not too many though. Not too many. But I prefer the pinstripe suit by quite a far margin to his blue suit.
Tiny tangent here. But when he came back in Day of the Doctor, flat hair, no.
That's not to do with the costume. That's just his hair.
Yeah, but you can argue that it's part of the costume because the spikes is very.
What's all that about?
It's his spikes.
What's all that about?
It's his spiky doodles.
Spiky doodles.
Yeah.
I will agree with you on this. I thought flat hair.
They look weird. You never had flat hair really before.
I didn't hate it, but it's like, why is it not?
Why is it not got a bit of?
Is there not enough gel in his hair?
He's never had it that flat before. Shall we move on to 11 now? Because we'll talk about it forever.
So Matt Smith, without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh, that's nice. I concur.
Nice,
I agree.
Nice. It's Tilly cameo time.
Stop. She's messing with the audio. Say hello to my little friend.
Right then, so
I couldn't help but notice that they've used the purple variant for this image.
Now I prefer the tweed.
Madness. Absolute madness. I've never understood that.
I think the tweed is more iconic than the purple. And yeah, the purple represents like the darker side to the 11th incarnation. But yeah, I mean, you want to go down now? Make up your mind. So yeah, but with the tweed, I mean, it's madness. Why?
Listen,
why?
Listen,
it's easier to cosplay, and that's
when
I think
there is that
Doctor.
I love the tweed variant. Don't get me wrong, bow tie. Suspenders, obviously. It's like it's like it took the second Doctor's costume.
Yeah, it's a big improvement from the second Doctor's costume.
And made it better and more iconic, in my opinion. But if I had to choose...
It's not opinion, it's fact.
Fascism! But if I had to choose one, the purple variant that you wear in Series 7B, easily one of my favourite Doctor costumes ever. Because it's just the most... It's so Doctor-y. It's just so Doctor-y, if that's a word. When I think Matt Smith...
I believe in the fandom, Doctor-y is a word.
Yeah, when I think 11...
For sure.
When I think 11, I think of his purple variant with the long purple coat and the purple tie. I love it so much. It's one of my favourite Doctor Who costumes in general.
Just that era of the show, like the costume, the hair, the new TARDIS, it's a big standout period for me. It's a time of great change, and yeah, like I said, I love the purple outfit. It's kind of like McCoy with like that dark incarnation. It's pretty much the same thing, isn't it? Really.
The funny thing as well, I think even the show knows that his purple version is better, because usually when you see pictures of the 11th Doctor now, it's usually him in this purple version, and he only wore it for 6-7 episodes.
It's criminal. It's absolutely criminal.
And he wore his tweed one for majority of his era, and he only wore this purple one for like Series 7B and like 7.
I
6, 7
prefer the
episodes.
tweed one by a long margin, but yeah, I prefer it to David Tennant's costume.
What, the purple one? Or you prefer the tweed one?
Just the 11th Doctor's costume in general.
Oh, right,
but
okay.
both of them, I prefer them to
Like,
David Tennant's costume.
his tweed one in comparison is just very, very tame, and I don't want to say bland because that makes it sound like I don't like it, because I do love his tweed version, but it seems a bit like tame in comparison to the purple one. Whereas with the purple one, he's got the long coat, which a long coat is a Doctor staple, which he didn't have with the tweed one, and the waistcoat. You gotta love a Doctor with a waistcoat. But yeah, that's 11 for me. Go.
Moving on.
Number 12.
12. You have a lot to say about this now, don't you?
This is a double-edged sword for me.
A double-edged sword because there's so many variants, so many t-shirts. You don't like the hoodie.
I'll let you talk about your opinions of it first.
Well,
'cause
Red Velvet, fantastic, original, probably more iconic with the pose when he's like that, you know.
the red lining.
I like the reveal promo picture, fantastic. Dot Mind, fantastic. Like skinny jeans, fantastic. The removal of the bow tie.
No neckwear.
No neckwear, but like in the episode Time of the Doctor, he drops the bow tie, does the 11th Doctor, then he regenerates into the 12th, and he just took that forward. No neckwear whatsoever. Great transition, and it's a very basic costume.
It is, but it's also very, like, it's kind of like you take the Ninth Doctor's costume, but you add a more doctory element to it.
I'd actually put this in.
Or, you see, for me it depends. Right,
I don't think it's top tier.
can I go off on one, or are you still talking?
What's that supposed to mean?
No, I'm saying, like, I'll let you get your thing out first before I go on a rant about...
Go for it.
Right.
Go for it.
For me, the 12th Doctor's costume is up there in the god levels of Doctor Who costumes. But there's a caveat to that. Only his red velvet and his first, with the coat, with his red lining coat or the red
So basically the ones that I said that I like.
Yeah. So the ones with the waistcoat, the button shirts, and the either coat.
When I think 12th Doctor, I think them two
But
costumes.
if I had to pick a favourite variant of the 12th Doctor's costume, it would be the one in this picture, the red velvet with the waistcoat and the button shirt. But for if he wears a top that isn't a button shirt,
Alright,
I'm not having
we're moving on.
I'm not having it.
Mangy cunt.
Other than that, God tier with the waistcoats.
We've moved on now.
Anyway, yeah, okay, here we go.
13th Doctor.
I will put that in.
It's just nah. It's
It's
alright, I
I'm
like
sort of
it.
torn between and
I like it. I do like it. The braces, the blue bag of
Yeah.
trousers. I like the shoes. You see a bit of leg.
a bit of leg.
Bit of leg. Love the coat. Absolutely love the coat. The stripy shirt, that's usually like blue or maroon colour, like that change. Earrings now.
Earrings as
Like
well.
that.
Yeah. I do like it. I do like it. It's not one of my favourites.
I do like the grey jacket quite a lot, but I think I prefer the blue one, like the navy blue.
Oh, the inside out. I think it's the same coat, but inside out by the looks of it. From Flux.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's the same coat, but inside out. But yeah, I get why you prefer that. My favourite part of her costume is the coat. I do really like the coat. And what I do like about this costume is that it's not overly feminine. Like, obviously she's the first female Doctor. When she was first announced, I wasn't really a fan of the
The
idea.
video with the black hoodie.
The reveal, yeah.
It's like, oh, Doctor's got hoodie on. Get it off.
What I really like about this costume is the fact that it's not overly feminine, because when she was announced, I wasn't really a big fan of the idea of the Doctor switching genders, just because, like, of the fact that he's never been a woman before and all of a sudden. But anyway, that's a whole other thing.
It's quite a drastic change.
But they didn't suddenly put her in a skirt or whatever and make her
No,
other. So
nothing.
you know, so
nothing.
it's.
You know what? I guess in hindsight, it's blown out of proportion, really. You know.
I don't know.
I don't
maybe.
think it's as bad as people make
But
it
I
out
like
to
the
be.
fact that it was quite gender neutral. You could make, you know.
I can see another Doctor wearing
You could
that.
easily have a male version of that costume.
That's what I've just said.
Yeah.
That's what
But
I've
yeah, my
just
favourite
said.
part is the coat.
You could stick another Doctor in
Yeah.
it.
My favourite part is the coat, and I do like the trousers and the boots.
It's not bad. It's
not bad.
It's all right.
It's just a bit basic. Bit basic.
Then we have 14th Doctor here. Oh, he's back again. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's really weird because there's two David Tennants.
Yeah, I know.
Every time ranking two Tennants.
This is strange. What strange times we live in. I'm torn between that's nice, because it is.
You rank it that high?
Yeah, because it is more of what is the 10th Doctor's costume.
I'm like ooh or.
Okay, let's put it in. Ooh.
You think it's ooh?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm telling you,
because it is
the brown flannel, the square tie. I like the square tie.
I like the square tie.
That's new. I like the square tie.
I love the blue coat.
Blue coat, massive lapels.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it is like a drastic variation of the 10th Doctor's pre-existing costume. So I have no reason to not think it's.
He still wears the Converse. We've only seen like a few clips.
Yeah, so it's hard, you haven't seen much of it in motion.
There's not much to it. It's in a few behind-the-scene clips. That Children in Need special. I think it was.
If like the 10th Doctor, like if when David Tennant was first cast, and instead of the brown pinstripe and everything, he wore this.
Yeah. I
would still love it just as much as I love his brown pinstripe and everything. I think. Even with the blue trench coat.
He's just saying that because it's David.
No, it's not true. It's not true. It's just like it still has the same aesthetic as the 10th Doctor. It's just different colours and slightly different. So I have no reason to not think it's as good. I mean, I don't think it's as good as his brown pinstripe or whatever.
I will just say
I still love it.
It does look very Doctor-y, but at the same time, it's like it is a twist on his previous outfit from Tennant's previous outfit. Not much to it.
Not much to it. It's not too drastically different.
It's quite simple. But
yeah, it's very simple.
I like it a lot.
Really
like it a lot.
And then we go to Shooty.
The latest outfit.
15 himself. Now, this is taken into consideration. We've seen no footage and everything.
We're just going off promo images here.
And pictures. I'm gonna go.
Ooh, because that is literally my reaction when I first saw it.
When I first saw this picture, I thought. Yeah.
This is good. Ooh.
Did you see?
Blow.
Did you see the video of him moving about in it, like where Millie Gibson revealed it?
Yeah.
Because
good.
Because that video, when he turned around and flailed, the way the coat flailed behind him and everything, I thought that looks amazing. He's got like this tie belt attached to his jacket.
Yeah.
And I love the bright orange jumper. I love the necklace. I love the checkered.
I only have one negative, which I'll speak about that soon. But yeah, I love the brown.
The brown with orange.
Yeah, nice contrasting colours. Very, very simple. Nice boots. Painted nails, I think.
He does have painted like Gallifreyan symbols on his nails.
Very cool. Necklaces, new.
He looks very cool. I love the boots as well. The brown boots.
Mm-hmm. He's got the moustache.
The moustache. The moustache. I love the moustache. I love the fact that the Doctor's got facial hair now. I know the War Doctor had a goatee. Yeah, other than the War Doctor, an official like.
Don't forget Matt Smith's. Really bad
beard. Yeah,
bad fake beard.
But moustache, love the moustache. But them leaked set photos of him in the long brown leather coat.
The variant where it looks like it's leather.
It's like a leather zip shirt.
And he's got a leather trench coat.
He's got like a long brown leather trench coat.
Blue trousers.
And like weird
white trainers.
Running trainers. It's a very weird amalgamation. But as much as I love this variant, I think by the looks of it, I do prefer that one.
What, to this one?
Yeah.
I need to see him in action before I really decide.
But by that image, it does look like he's still keeping the brown and orange combo.
Yeah.
And I do hope that he keeps that consistent. I don't mind him having different variants, but as long as it's like brown and orange, because now I'm associating brown and orange with 15 because of this, and then he had the brown leather trench coat with the orange thing.
Yeah.
And I'm associating that with him now, and I love that variant as well.
The only nitpick I have with this is just how short the
jumper is.
It's
very close to being a crop top.
Yeah, I know. It's just
if his trousers weren't so high up his waist, you'd see his belly button. Which is a bit like I'm not keen on that idea.
Not too fond of it, but like I say, I maybe just an inch or two. That's it. Not too much. Just an inch, right? Just an inch. But with it being so short, what I do like about it being short is you can see like the waist on the trousers.
Yeah.
So that's the positive.
But
on
I love
that.
how
But I would prefer if it was just an inch longer.
I love how vibrant the orange of the jumper is.
Simple, casual, and smart.
Yeah. Also, it's like
Yeah.
Russell T Davies is obviously back, and he obviously did 9 and 10. He's obviously back for 15, and he's got like the casual look with the jumper, without any neckwear or whatever. Of 10, but with for like 9, but then for 10 he's got like the brown suit, the long coat. It's like a good amalgamation of the two, I think, and that's why I like it a lot. And he just and the way that pose there, he just looks cool as fuck.
Absolutely looking forward to seeing Shooting Catway in action.
Can't wait
to see the new costume. Can't wait to see the new TARDIS. Can't wait for Doctor Who to be back on TV. Because I have not given the BBC my view in a long time, ever since the...
It's all fucking bullshit.
Anyway, that's our list. What's that down there? Well, we're not ranking her.
Oh god.
We're not ranking her.
Yeah, no, she doesn't count. Okay. We will preface this by saying no issues with Jo Martin's performance as the Doctor.
It's in some ways actually delivers a better performance than Jodie Whittaker in some ways.
She performs better than Jodie in the few scenes that she has. It's nothing to do with Jo Martin. It's nothing to do with any politics. It's nothing to do with skin colour or the fact she's a woman. It's nothing to do with that before anybody jumps down our throats and claims otherwise.
Right, now I've got that out of the way.
It's the fact that she exists.
It's a pre-Hartnell Doctor.
That's it.
That's the issue I take.
We despise the timeless children thing, right? We despise the idea of it, and we despise the fact that Jo Martin is a pre-Hartnell Doctor. That is the only reason she doesn't exist in our heads, so we don't count her, we don't talk about her. As far as we're concerned, in our headcanon, she doesn't exist. And it's only because she's a pre-Hartnell Doctor.
In my canon, she's the Doctor on Earth too.
On a multiverse.
Well, in Flux, you got that other Earth where they're going to jump into a new universe, won't they?
I can't even remember. I've only watched Flux once.
Well,
because it was
for people that have watched
mediocre.
Flux, you've got that universe that they're going to jump in and wipe the current universe out. I like to just think that this Ruth Doctor is just that Doctor from that universe. I don't want any pre-Doctors. I didn't like the brain of Morbius.
No, I don't like the brain of Morbius either.
No.
It's not just her. The idea of any pre-Hartnell Doctor period is absolutely a no-go for me. So the fact that she's implied to be pre-Hartnell, she doesn't exist to me. If she was a future Doctor or something...
And the writing as well surrounding this Doctor just contradicts so much things. So
it really does.
If you like it, that's fine. Good on you.
More power to you.
Yep. But for me personally,
nah.
I know it's supposed to be canon, but in my canon, my head canon, that's what goes for me. Doesn't exist.
Unless she's retconned or she's said that she's a future Doctor or some unknown future, then that's fine. But the fact she's supposed to be pre-Hartnell, I will never accept.
Earth 2 Doctor, no problem.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll be here forever.
Nothing personal. But
yeah, that's that then. That's that done.
It's not right.
Jo Martin was a very good Doctor.
Very good. In her own right.
Yeah.
In her own right. And this is it. That is our ranking of all Doctor Who costumes.
We hope you enjoyed it. We talked for a good long time, so we hope you had a fucking good
Nothing went in out.
Well, I suppose it didn't.
Yep, so really. So thank you for making it to the end of the video. Smash like, subscribe if you'd like to see future tier making videos. Next time, we're going to do Sonic Screwdrivers. Right, you can go to the toilet now.
I've been holding it for a while. I'm about to bust.
Just like the last episode. Bye-bye.
Oh.
You won't be laughing when you piss yourself.
You're right, I won't.
Bye!
But, for fuck off with the hoodie shit. So, the 12th Doctor's costume with the shirt, everything. One of my favourites of all time. The hoodie variants, where he wears the fucking hoodies and the Primark t-shirts, especially in Series 9, his second series. Get to fuck with that. The Doctor should never wear a hoodie. The hoodie is associated with chavs, and chavs are not... No! Get the hoodies fucked off. They're way too casual, way too... Especially the 12th Doctor. The 12th Doctor of all Doctors should not be wearing a hoodie. And why is he wearing it with the fucking coat? What's he's he's got like triple layers on. It's like, it's stupid. And the Primark shirts that he wears in the first 2 episodes and most of Series 9, they're just like normal t-shirts. Get to fuck with that as well. I could make an exception for the V-necks with 9 because it seems very purposeful. But with 12, you go from one extreme to the other. You go from very formal to very casual and very like, what the fuck's going on? And it doesn't suit his Doctor whatsoever. I hate the hoodies. I will never forgive the hoodies. The hoodies can go in, ow! But the hoodie is not on here. But if the hoodie was on here, it would be going in the lowest of the low because I despise the hoodies. I hate the shirts. I hate the shirt.
So much hate.
I detest.
I
detest.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. And the Sonic sunglasses. I never minded it.
They can fuck off and all. What the Sonic sunglasses? What the fuck is that about? You took a pair of Sonic. You just took a pair of sunglasses, and he just does this, and you add like a Sonic sound effect. No gimmicks. They tried way too hard to make the 12th Doctor gimmicky at that point, and it was fucking obvious, and it bugged me to tears, and I hated it.
I liked it when he was just blind. I wish he was just blind for a few more episodes.
The Sonic sunglasses made sense in that point when he went blind. I accepted them at that point. But then especially when he got a new Sonic finally at the end of Series 9 in Hellbent, he still kept using the Sonic sunglasses. I thought as soon as he got a new Sonic at the end of Hellbent,
So passionate.
I thought to myself,
So
that's
passionate.
it. That's the end of the sunglasses. He's got a new Sonic screwdriver. Get the glasses gone. We don't need him anymore. I was so happy. But then he still uses the sunglasses when he has a new Sonic screwdriver. Get him gone. I hated him. I hate him.
He's crying inside so much. He's been wanting to vent for so long about this.
But
This is what I got to put up with.
yeah. But despite all that hatred towards those certain aspects of the 12th
I mean,
Doctor,
I'm not too keen on, but I don't mind. I don't mind the t-shirt
Yeah,
variants.
well.
There's a lot of t-shirts. Personal favourite is either white with a bit of pink or black white spots. Already just like, no, I don't like it.
I can't stand
I
it.
don't mind.
pals.
I don't mind
I
it.
can't
All right
stand
then.
it.
All right, because we've been on the subject for quite a long while now. To end it, let's just bring the mood up a bit here, right? Caretaker outfit.
No.
Really? Is it because of the t-shirt?
And the brown coat. I'm not a fan of the brown coat.
I love the brown coat.
But it was a one-off. No, I don't like it, but
That's why, because it's a one-off. Also, just adds more to it.
it's a one-off, and he was dressed like a janitor. So I
Really?
accept
You
it.
don't? I thought you loved it.
No, I don't like the jumpers he wears in Series 8 either. I don't like the jumpers. I don't like the hoodies. I don't like the Primark shirts he wears with the hoodie.
Absolute whinger.
In Series 8, I don't like it when he wears.
Absolute
In
whinger.
Series 8, I don't like it when he wears jumpers. If he wears a top that isn't a button shirt,
All
I'm
right,
not having
we're
it.
moving on.
I'm not having it.
Mange cunt.